October is the month of the high school football season where a team's true colors are shown. If you can't win consistently in October, you'll find yourself watching the playoffs from the stands in November. Hello and welcome to Sports Talk. I'm Tyler Sloan. McKinney High and Boyd are coming off bye weeks and open District 10 5A play this week. We'll take a look at highlights from their final district tune-up games and get their coaches' thoughts on the likelihood of making the playoffs. McKinney North won an important game last week to even their District 13 4A record at 1-1. But with Lovejoy this week, can the Bulldogs find a way to make that statement win? The tone of the week ahead is set today, and it's set right here on Sports Talk. Lions are looking forward to opening district play later this week against Plano. I'm joined by their head coach, Jeff Smith. And Coach, first of all, you're coming off a bye. You played Denton Ryan the week before the bye. It was a tough game for your squad. Denton Ryan jumped on you early, and really you just didn't have a chance to get your team in the game really with a chance because they were off the blocks really strong.
They were. We knew going in that they were going to be a challenging opponent. They're state ranked and they played well. You know, they did get off to a good start. We had the wind in our face and we just couldn't get out of the hole. You know, and whether it be punts or a turnover or just a 3 and out. Denton Ryan's defense is good enough as it is, and we didn't help ourselves very much. And so getting off to a poor start was not what we wanted, and got ourselves in a pretty big hole. And trying to play catch up the rest of the game. And so we've got to start a lot better than that.
We'll go ahead and take a look at the highlights now. It was a game where in the first quarter, Denton Ryan pinned you backwards and they jumped out to a 28-0 lead by the end of the first quarter. What were you trying to do on offense against the wind? And it is a strong win at C.H. Collins Stadium.
Well, we wanted to obviously try to run the ball the best that we could and get out of there. We did get a first down that first drive and just kind of moved it out a little bit and had to punt it away. Our passes we tried to keep were pretty short, high percentage throws. We did have a pick in the red zone, which hurt us early on, but the wind did play a factor.
Tyrone Williams has been a running back for Denton Ryan that has several times this year gone over 100 yards on the day. You held him to 62 yards. No, he didn't play the whole game, but what were you trying to do against that potent back? Well,
I mean, they've got two great backs, and he's big and physical, and we knew they were going to give him the ball quite a bit, but they spread the ball around quite a bit. Stopping him was a big part of the game plan, but their quarterback, I think, is really the key. I mean, he really puts it all together and helps that offense run, and he did a good job throwing the ball deep. He did a good job, running the offense.
I know early on, Denton Ryan scored a ton of points, but defensively, how did you adjust in this game, and what eventually in the second half helped you to keep the scoreline pretty even in the second half?
Well, we tried to take it a play at a time, and at halftime we just tried to calm the kids down and just, take it a play at a time, a drive at a time on both sides of the ball, calm down and do what we do and just get better. Our focus shifted to just, hey, we've got to get better as a football team. We've got to tackle better. We've got to improve. And so we challenged them, and they played a lot better the second half.
It's not easy to come out in the second half in a game where you trailed 42-0 at the break, but your kids showed a lot of resolve coming back out and playing through the second half of this game and eventually getting on the scoreboard thanks to a couple of nice drives.
Yeah, we were proud of the way our kids, battled, and that's the thing. It's what we're proud of as coaches. We just want them to battle no matter what the circumstance, whether we're up or we're down. We want to play at a high level and play hard, and we didn't play at a high level very much of the night, especially in the first half, but we did play hard, and kids gave great effort, and so I was proud of how they responded the second half.
The touchdown just a few moments ago in the highlights was a 25-yard pass from Brian Sutter to Marcus Cross. That was your first score of the game about midway through the third quarter. You come back also in the fourth quarter with your second touchdown, which we'll see in just a couple of moments, a 10-yard touchdown pass to T.V. Williams. that when it's all said and done, probably went for about 30 or 40 yards more than just 10.
Yeah, he kind of reversed field a couple of times. We got a real nice block from Austin Ludwig, and it was a good way to finish the drive and give us a little bit of momentum, in that game, but also just in the weeks ahead. We've got a road to climb here the next 5 weeks, and we were just trying to get better.
When you evaluate Brian, when it's all said and done, your quarterback in this game, he's 15 of 22 for 155 yards through 2 touchdowns and 1 pick. Not a bad stat line. What did you think of his overall performance in the game?
Well, much like our offense and our defense, I thought, we started slow. I thought Brian started, had a couple of mistakes early, but, he did some good, did some better things in the second half. And, it's a learning process, the thing is we just can't make those kind of mistakes now that we're getting into district play. And it's a good lesson to learn against a good quality opponent like Denton Ryan. And, we would like to have won this game, but we're going to take what we learned from it and address it and get ready for district.
Just saw the touchdown from TV Williams. Great backside blocking on that play. Everyone did a good job of allowing the play to develop once TV switched field. The offensive line and even your quarterback able to get a couple blocks there on the edge to allow him the space to get the touchdown.
Yeah, everybody's got a job in, perimeter blocking and backside blocking, as well as our play side is very important, and that's the difference between a 5-yard gain and a touchdown or a big gain. So those are the kind of things that we worked on this week, is just the little things that need to be fixed and improved. During the bye week, we had a chance to work on individually, and it was a good week of work.
Tyree Johnson had the touchdown to cap things off. The final score 49-20. You lose that game to Denton Ryan. With the bye week, what are some of the things that you really worked on in particular that's going to prepare you for this test coming up against Plano this week? Well,
a few things. I mean, we worked a lot in the classroom. We have, a lot of kids' grades that we're about to come up here at the end of the 6 weeks, and so we did a lot of tutoring this week and let the kids go into classes and take care of those types of things. We got healthy a little bit, healthier. We had a lot of nagging injuries that we've been playing with, and so we gave those a chance to heal a little bit. And then we just really focused on working with our individual coaches a lot. We did some group segments, but for the most part, we worked with our position coaches, and worked a lot of the fundamentals and looked at where we were, and it was a good week. I think fundamentally that's really what we needed to work on.
It's going to be a Thursday night game for you, so a little bit shorter of a week. Thankfully, you have had the bye week to have some extra preparation. Plano as well. They come in as a team that loves to control the clock. Time of possession is going to be key in this game. They have a couple good running backs. Their quarterback runs as well. How do you break up a team that tries to get in rhythm and just chew clock off the scoreboard?
That's their plan, and that's what they do well. That's what they've always done well. We've got to force them into passing situations the best that we can. They throw the ball, but they love to run the ball. And so we've got to play well early in the downs, in first down and second down. We've got to force third and long, second long situations, and we need to turn the ball over, force turnovers, That's what we need out of our defense. We need, opportunities, be very opportunistic in what we do, and that will help give our offense some momentum, hopefully. And they do a good job taking care of the ball, but those are the types of things that we need to go our way and happen and create to keep them from grinding it out. Once they get a couple score lead, it's just the game's going to slow down, the clock's going to tick, and before you know it, the game's over. And so it's important that we get off to a great start, that we keep pace. Either we're ahead or right there going into the last quarter. That's real big for us, and we're going to need to play hard. 4 quarters for sure.
And on the flip side, offensively, obviously you want to run the ball as well. Plano's very good at stopping the run. Candela and Oliver are very good when they have the space to run through, but you have to create that space at first. Who are the guys on the offensive line you think could really step up and have a big game for you?
Well, we're going to need all 5 of them. David Tachi has been the guy that's been solid all year at right guard and has really been the foundation up there, and we're going to look to him quite a bit for leadership up there. But all 5 of those guys are a unit, and they're going to have their work cut out for them this week. But I feel good about Candela and Oliver and Tyree and Sutter and all the guys that are going to be carrying the ball and what they're going to do. But Plano is good on defense. I think that's a strength of their team. So we're going to look for ways to move the ball, and we did all weekend preparing, and so we're excited about this game. First district game, it's always exciting.
It's a first district game. It's a first game at home in district play for you as well. The home crowd's going to be behind you. What do you need out of that crowd for the support coming to this game? What do you expect from the crowd?
Well, we need everybody to come out. Yeah, and I believe they will. Even though it's a Thursday night, it's first district ball game and at our home place, and so it's going to be a fun night. It's good to have football 2 nights, Thursday and Friday night in McKinney, Texas. That's a good thing for McKinney. But for us on Thursday night, it's going to be a big one, and we need everybody to come out and support. It'll be a fun night.
Coach, good luck to you in that big match against Plano.
Thank you.
McKinney Lions are 3-2 on the season after their non-district games. Plano's 4-1 heading into both teams' first District 10 5A matchup. If the Lions can get a win, there's only 5 district games. It might be the win that they need to make the playoffs.